All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. I'm going to go ahead and get started with this Crypto Quickie. So, I know I haven't done one of these in a very long time, so obviously I have a lot of information to give and a lot of things to say. So, I will make this as quick as I possibly can. So, it's going to be a rapid fire of information. So, here we go. First off, Luna hits all-time highs after Terra network upgrade. So, if you guys have noticed on the exchanges, Luna has gone up quite a bit, and it's been consistent. So take a look, look out for that. Compound is still facing vulnerabilities due to a recent development on its bug station, which began last week. I was wondering when Compound came out, I believe on Coinbase, it was like $200 and something dollars, $200, $400 something dollars, something like that. It was almost like the Internet Computer Protocol (ICP) thing, where they come out with like this massive amount and then they just drop, and then they don't have any solid progress being made. So be on the lookout for that. There was a talk of the town. So I want to talk about Bitcoin just real quick, right kind of in between the news, or actually in the beginning in between. But anyway, the point is that I don't know how else to say it. If you don't realize where all of this is going, like if you kind of zoom out and look at where everything is going, right now Bitcoin is the game. It's the name of the game. The more Bitcoin you have, the more solidified it is being used as a store of value. So for any of you guys who are Bitcoin maximalists, I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. But I will say this, Bitcoin is going to be around for a very long time. Unless somebody comes out of left field and destroys the entire network, in which we have different issues and problems, which that's not going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about Bitcoin as well when we talk about the CEO. Citadel's CEO says regulatory uncertainty is keeping firm out of crypto. And this is true all across the world. And what's happening is there is no regulatory framework. Why? Because it's almost impossible. These rules and regulations, like, we're going to have to change the entire rules and regulations and definitions of exactly what cryptocurrencies are. Which ones are they? Is it the coins, or is it the tokens, or is it a store of value? Is it a commodity? Like, what is it? Like, what are we doing here? So they're going to have to sit here and they're going to have to play these word games in order to create a good regulatory framework. So that it'll work for them. The problem is that's what they're trying to do in the background, and that's why it's taking so long. Bitcoin has been out for 10 years, over 10 years now. Really? You guys can't figure this out? And this is the issue. They don't want to figure. First off, some of them don't want to figure it out. The others are too, and I'm going to say this, I really hate to say this, but you guys have to understand. They're just too old. They don't understand that they're too old, and they're too conditioned, right? So we grow up in a frame of mind. We're taught certain things. When people watch TV and they see certain things, it's like, and that's why it's almost like beauty, right? Like, almost beauty is not subjective anymore. It's almost becoming objective. Oh, wow, she's beautiful. Wow, she's a 9, she's a 10. Everybody else across the board says she's a 9 or a 10 or something like that, So we're having this thing to where it's not through your eyes. It's the value of anything is not through your eyes. It's what everybody else says. And that's how we're programmed. But what happens when all of a sudden the program is starting to be interrupted and people are starting to see, hey, you know what? This isn't necessarily working out for me. Let me go ahead and do or try something else, because this is actually working. Hey, this is really nice. Hey, you know what, man? I don't know. I like girls with big ears. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, wait a second. She kind of cute. I kind of like her. You know what I'm saying? That looks hot. Beauty is shouldn't be subjective. And then I say all of this. I mean, objective. It should be subjective. But I'm saying all of this for a reason. We are conditioned. How we look at things, how we see things. If we see things all the time in a certain way, we're conditioned to think a certain way, and it's very, very hard for people to think any other way. It's very hard. It's very hard. And so the few people that are looking at things in a different way are people like me, people like you, and it could be out of desperation. Some people are into crypto because they're hoping, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, they're hoping that something comes up. They're hoping that their currency or whatever they're invested in is going to take them to another level so they can get out of, the rat race. And unfortunately, it's happened more often than not. We're having more people, no matter how hard they work, they're part of a rat race and they just can't get out. And so it's all because of how we look at life, how we see things, how we view things, and we have to change. That's all there is to it. So this regulatory framework, they're not trying. Let me put it this way. They might be trying, but they're trying to put it in a framework to where it will benefit them and benefit their citizens as well, but it's just not happening. And right now, they're so used to, a lot of rich people are so used to putting money in each other's pockets. And now the money's getting out of the pockets, and especially bankers and different things like, all of a sudden, we're raising our hands on certain stuff. So anyway, that's that. Axie Infinity to raise 150 million Series B at $3 billion valuation. Axie Infinity has been doing great lately. As you guys may have seen in my previous videos, I tried to do Axie Infinity. It's too much. I can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just truth of the matter. And I'm going to see, that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to like invest in something like Axie Infinity anyway, because it's almost like it's a rich man's game now, or people who have money, wealthy man's game. Like you just can't play this game and then work your way up, like an RPG or anything like that. You can't do that. You have to put a significant amount of money, at least significant to me, amount of money in to even get started in the first place. And to me, that's not a recipe for success, at least in my world. Now, maybe in rich people world, and you've got a bunch of people, rich people getting together and playing these games and stuff like that. But somehow, I just don't see a lot of rich people getting involved in these type of games. So, but I do think it's very awesome. I think the development is awesome. I like, as you guys know, I like games. I like what's been going on between crypto and games, and we're going to get into that because you guys, for some of you guys have been looking at my videos, I'm about to bust out with some information that I think is going to be extremely beneficial for all of us. So make sure you take a look at that when I talk about it. US SEC is launching investigation into Uniswap Labs. I don't know what's the matter with the SEC. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to anybody with an IQ over 20. It just doesn't. I just don't understand what is going on when it comes to the SEC. Like, you're launching in investigations, you're trying to figure out all of this stuff. Why don't you create a regulatory framework and then go after the people who do not abide by that regulatory framework? It only makes sense to me. The problem is they can't do it. They're trying to word it. They're saying, oh, well, you're in charge of this because this doesn't fall in my jurisdiction. And everybody's pointing fingers. It's like that Spider-Man meme where all of the U.S. regulators are all circling around each other and they're all pointing at each other. It's all the same thing. Like, you guys have to get y'all stuff together. And they're not getting it together because they're not motivated to get it together. They don't have to get anything together. As everything stays status quo, the worst case scenario, especially here in the United States, is that we'll have a recession and things will dip and things will go crazy, and then all the rich is just going to buy up everything, like Kawasaki or whatever his name is, and a lot of other people. They're just going to buy up everything, and then we're going to have even more disparity between the rich and poor. It's just going to continue that way until something lines up, and that's what they're trying to figure out. Now, check this out, you guys. Blocktopia, a VR Metaverse, partners with Animoca Brands, Jake Paul, and BitBoy to give users access to crypto information. Now, I think this is awesome for a number of reasons. But first off, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I still believe, I'm telling you guys, I have an Oculus Quest. I know that Facebook owns Oculus. I'm telling you guys, they're making a new world. They're making a new metaverse world using the Oculus. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome, and they're going to be using their coin or token, whatever they want to call it. I don't know what they're doing, and they're gonna be using that. And so I hope people are ready for that. I hope that they actually have it. They may make it a way where normal, everyday people can, like Ready Player One, can go in and start earning money and start doing things and work themselves up, and you start making, start earning some kind of income. And maybe they can frame it to where maybe you are being beneficial somehow, some way into the metaverse, almost like working just about. So it's up in the crypto space. So anyway, I mean, you're earning crypto through the metaverse, through their world. So that's happening. I'm telling you guys that is happening. I know there's other projects out there like One World. I think they're trying to do the exact same thing, but Facebook is ahead of the game, not because of the fact that they're ahead technology wise, but they're ahead when it comes to having products out. And that's the main thing, is you need to have, when you have something, when you want to do something, you better have that product out first, because everybody knows that when you come out first, or really when you come out second and you provide something better than the first, hey, it could be good. So anyway, moving forward, Bitcoin surpasses Facebook in make of capitalization, in market capitalization, and we've seen this. We also see the fact that Facebook had went down and shut down and everything else between. That's conspiracy theories out there. The fact of the matter is that we do need decentralized social media, different things like that, so we can all communicate and do our thing, and we'll be just fine. Obviously, there are a lot of there's a lot of tech out there that's trying to solve problems like that, such as Holochain, Kazuna, and what's the other one? I was just on it the other day. Anyway, but yeah, we have multiple projects out there that are trying to solve this issue. Okay, Donald Trump on crypto. I don't want other countries' currencies coming out and hurting the US dollar. Now, I have a lot to say about this. I can get extremely political about this, but I've had not even a New Year's resolution. I have a new resolution. I don't want to talk about politics anymore. I don't want to talk about any of those boneheads in office. Nobody. I don't want to talk about Democrats. I don't want to talk about Republicans. I don't want to talk about Libertarians, because as far as I'm concerned, all humans, most humans, I would say about 80 to 90% humans, just do not understand how much, what their life is worth. And I'm not calling other people, humans, idiots. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that most people are so stuck in what their priorities, so stuck in their own little world, that they can't pull back and see how to help everyone, especially leaders. I should say, I'm going to change that to say 80 to 90% of leaders and people who are in municipalities, they're not doing what they need to do in order to help their own citizens out. So anyway, moving forward, judge allows XRP holders to assist in court in SEC versus Ripple. I don't know how that's going to work. Obviously, people who own XRP are going to be biased. So, I mean, that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, look at it, man. I'd be pointing fingers at the SEC. Imposter. Yeah, you. So, yeah, there's that. IRS issues a notice saying digital currencies are a top priority for enforcement. Hold on just 1 minute. Are you kidding me right now? So we were just talking about regulatory framework, right? So if there's no regulatory framework and they're coming after all of these people, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's very simple. The people who are rich, they're not going to go after them, because they're going to have so many. They're going to have lawyers, and they're going to have to. Oh, well, what is this digital currency? Well, you say he got out of this in taxes. Well, this isn't available in the United States of America. So how can he pay taxes on something that it's not? We don't even recognize it. So I need you to go ahead and recognize exactly what it is, so we can go ahead and figure out what's going on here. Is it a commodity? What's happening here? Okay, so there's a lot going on. You know who are really going to suffer? The poor people. The people who come in, they maybe they buy some kind of coin, cross seas or Shiba Inu or whatever, and then all of a sudden all of this stuff takes off, and then I don't know, it goes up like 800,000%, and then all of a sudden they're rich and everything, and then lo and behold, hey, you got to pay 20%, 30%, because that's how it works here. So, and then right now we're looking in a world to where we're almost at the point to where we're using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as a currency, like it's literally coming out of people's accounts. And then also we can talk about Coinbase becoming pretty much becoming a bank and saying, hey, you can take your entire paycheck and put it into Coinbase. We all know what's going there. Coinbase is acting as a bank. They've been registered. They have the framework to be a bank. And so that's all going to be happening as well. Remember, they just had a contract with the U.S. government as well. I forgot what it was, but yeah, there's a lot going on there. Criminals kidnapped a man to steal $523,000 worth of cryptocurrency. Again, I've told you guys before, this is what I'm talking about. Please be safe out there. If you guys are in crypto right now, be safe. Please use discretion. I don't understand these guys. I need to look more into this story to find out exactly what happened, or whether they, whether they got the money or what happened. But really, it's bad when criminals understand how important cryptocurrencies are quicker than a lot of other people. They're just not understanding how valuable this stuff is. And then that's why I tell you guys, you got to really protect yourself. Now, for me, I'm screwed. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If I'm kidnapped, they're going to be like, oh, well, we're just going to have to kill you. I'm like, well, damn, I done died over pennies, like, I'm telling you the truth, but there's only so much you can do. And not only that, with criminals, is depending on what kind of criminals they are, they're starting to become more intelligent, right? So they're trying to hit the people that they know for a fact have a whole lot of cryptocurrency within their accounts, and they're just trying to, what was it, years back, the guy was taped to the chair and had to transfer everything, and people held by gunpoint. These things are serious. So when I tell you guys, please try to stay safe out there. Just try to stay safe. All right, Shaq to Relief NFT collection. I'm not going to go too much in my story about how I met Shaq, but basically my dad used to make music at the same time. Shaq used to be, when he joined the LA Lakers, he was actually making music, but he was, Shaq still lived here in the state of Florida, and my dad and him, they were looking at the same stuff to make music with, computerized stuff. This is years back when people didn't understand what was going on with music and computers, but basically, I was able to meet Shaq, and my dad said, hey, you want to meet Shaq? Came in, met him. It was really cool. It was a really cool experience. I was in the middle school, so, I was a little guy, and he was a big guy. He could probably have picked me up with my hand, considering I probably weighed like 125 pounds or something like that in middle school. All right, moving forward. Brazil introduces bill to regulate Bitcoin. We're going to start seeing this all the way across South America, all the way across the board. I believe South America is really going to get to the point. I believe that all of Americas, South America, North America, and Central America, I do believe that they're going to start connecting and start doing things, because we're seeing a lot right now. I have a lot to say about it, but we'll talk about this later. There's a lot that's going on with supply chain. Why you guys think that VeChain, Chainlink, a lot of these other places that are using this the certain framework for logistics and stuff, it's extremely important. So it's saving people money, but also it's extremely important to be able to build connections and have things closer instead of going cross seas back and forth using boats and stuff like that, when you can have that same kind of framework nearby, obviously to keep jobs over here in Americas and not cross seas. Anyway, India could be the next crypto hub, says Coinbase CPO. Look, Coinbase have already been over there. So if you guys don't understand that once Coinbase is active and once things start going on, moving forward, especially, once India, and I'm saying once because they will, but once India gets the idea or understands that, hey, this is going to be great, they're going to allow their members to jump in. And then, as you guys already know, once Indians, over in India, once they are able to access, there's a lot of people over there. They have a huge population. Crypto market is going to jump. I don't know how high, but it's going to jump. Elon Musk Shiba Inu flocky picture attracts over 90,000 tweets. Not only did it attract 90,000 tweets, but it also made the market really take off for Shiba Inu. So congratulations for those who have Shiba Inu. I think it went up I'll talk about it later, but I think it went up 50 to 60. I believe the top went up to 63%, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. SecretSwap and ApeSwap announced partnership. So if you guys know about SecretSwap and ApeSwap, they are having a partnership. Didn't know about them? Honestly, I don't know if I care or not. South African University commenced blockchain and digital currency education in November. So instead of just being straight up idiots and putting your heads in the sand, they are saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and start educating people on cryptocurrencies. My screen is getting dark. I think my battery is going dead, but I'm gonna finish this. Multiple crypto whales grab over 46 million of Shib recently, and as you guys can see, the price has increased for Shib. All right, right now the market, Bitcoin 49,000, Ethereum 3,392. We also have our top three right now is Shib around 58%, up 85% for the week. Klay is up 14%, up 27% for the week, and Icon is up 22%, up 65% for the week. The market is kind of going sideways and then going a little bit up. We see total overall the market, the crypto space is up by like 2 or 3%. So we'll see what's going to happen. Please, you guys, get ready for the bull run. I do believe it's happening. Stay educated out there. As I always say, do your own research, do your own research, do your own research. And last but not least, hey, stay safe out there. Bye, you guys.